It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. It seems as though that everybody and their mom are just talking about the flag burning executive order that was done directly by Donald Trump. And so without further hesitation, let's continue on the trend by talking about this particular issue that everybody else is talking about.
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision, they called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You could do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others that are angry about them doing it. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning, and then where there's evidence of criminal activity, where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. No early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement is.
Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town. They were gone. Never had a problem after that. It's pretty amazing. We stopped it. But this is something that's, I don't know, in a certain way, it's equally as important. Some people would say it's more important. Because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on. And by people that are, in many cases, paid agitators. They're paid by the radical left to do it. You talk to these people, they don't even know, half of them don't even know what they're doing. They say, I don't know, they gave me money to do this. I see the same things that you do. They're bad people. They're trying to destroy our nation. That's not working, because I think our nation now is the most respected nation anywhere in the world, by far. You saw that with the European leaders on Friday. You saw that with NATO, where they agreed to go from 2% no pay to 5% fully paid up. Trillions of dollars paid, where they respect your president to a level that they jokingly call me the president of Europe. They call me the president of Europe, which is an honor. I like Europe, and I like those people. They're good people. They're great leaders. And we've never had a case where 7 plus really 28, essentially 38 countries were represented here the other day. 38 European countries were represented. European and other countries were represented. And it was a great meeting. But your country is respected again. I say it all the time. 1 year ago, our country was dead. Everybody said it. We had a dead country. We were not going to survive. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. So it's an honor to be involved. And this group has a lot to do with it, right behind me. Does anybody behind me have any?
Before I give my own personal analysis about the whole entire situations, there are two things that I want to bring up. Now, the first thing that I want to bring up is simply the fact that there are many news headlines from CNN and onwards that basically state that Donald Trump made it illegal for people to actually burn the flag. Not to mention, in the past, I also talked about this particular issue about Donald Trump and the flag on many different occasions. And I guess the question then becomes, what exactly is the truth behind this executive order? Because everybody is saying that he made it illegal, And so without further hesitation, let's read the executive order out loud. That way we can actually clear up the whole entire conversation. Prosecuting burning of the American flag. By the authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered that our great American flag is the most sacred and cherished symbol of the United States of America, of American freedom, identity, and strength. Over nearly 2.5 centuries, many thousands of American patriots have fought, bled, and died to keep the stars and stripes waving proudly. Desecrating it is uniquely offensive and provocative. It is a statement of contempt, hostility, and violence against our nation, the cleanest possible expression of opposition to the political union that preserves our rights, liberty, and security. Burning this representation of America may incite violence and riot. American flag burning is also used by groups of foreign nationals as a calculated act to intimidate and threaten violence against Americans because of their nationality and place of birth. The Attorney General shall prioritize the enforcement to the fullest extent possible of our nation's criminal and civil laws against acts of the American flag desecration that violate applicable content-neutral laws while causing harm unrelated to the expression consistent with the First Amendment. This may include, but is not limited to, violent crimes, hate crimes, illegal discrimination against American citizens, or other violations of American civil rights and crimes against property and the peace, as well as conspiracy and attempts to violate and abetting others to violate such laws. Now let's break down every single section, one by one. Alright, so the first section says, crime against property. Now, it's actually already illegal to steal someone's flag or other people's property and actually damage it. Let's take, for example, if somebody were to steal the American flag from the government and burn it to the ground. It says right here, when property damage does not exceed $100, the offense is a misdemeanor punishable by a fine up to $100,000 or a year imprisonment or both. It talks about hate crimes, so what exactly are the punishment for hate crimes? Under federal hate crime investigation, bias-motivated violence is punishable by 10 years to life in prison, and some bias motivation crimes are punishable by the death penalty. Let's say, for example, you go up to a person and basically attack them because they have the American flag, and after you attack them because they have the American flag, and you start to burn the American flag, that's actually punishable underneath the law for hate crime in that particular scenario. When it talks about illegal discrimination against American, that's already protected by the law, by the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Look guys, I'm not necessarily a lawyer, but I read with my own two eyes right now that more or less from what I've seen, that flag burning is not illegal underneath the executive order as proposed by Donald Trump. It seems as though that he's actually using already pre-existing laws such as crimes against hate crimes or stealing someone's property, and saying that we need stronger enforcements of pre-existing law and actually, of course, to do what he wants to do on those particular cases. It's not actually banning the flag burning at all. Flag burning is basically still legalized.
However you feel that you may want to express yourself. There's a First Amendment right to burn the American flag. The Archbishop in that house right there signed an executive order today saying that it was illegal to burn the American flag. No president can make a law, period. No Congress shall make a law infringing on First Amendment rights. I'm burning this flag as a protest to that illegal fascist president that sits in that house. Do this for every single one of you American citizens. We burn this flag in protest to that president who feels that it's his right to do whatever he wants, make whatever law he wants. That President Trump Look forward today. According to that executive order, I should be in prison right now serving 1 year.
I want to step with the... As you guys saw directly in the video, the veteran was actually upset that Donald Trump may have potentially violated the First Amendment by his particular executive order. And I think the main reason why he actually felt that way was because of headlines like this, or this, or this. However, the headlines were pretty much mistaken and the executive order showed otherwise. You guys are gonna probably say, well, geez, Tyler, the main reason why the veteran was actually arrested was precisely because he was burning the American flag. Actually, it's not because he was burning the American flag. It says right here that under the code of federal regulation, lighting or maintaining a fire in a national park is prohibited except in designated areas or receptacles and under conditions established by the park superintendent. In conclusion, the whole entire executive order to me felt like a bait and switch. And the main reason I say it felt like a bait and switch is because it actually showed how many people did not actually read the executive order. It also showed how so many people hated Trump so much that they just do anything to burn the American flag. And so by them doing that and just saying that he actually banned flag burning, they made him look stupid in the process by doing that. And not to mention that a lot of the stuff that's already listed is already covered by the law anyway. And so the whole entire executive order kind of felt redundant to me after I read the whole entire executive order. But anyway, what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll see you guys next video.
It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.